Professor Shah, Professor Chauhan, our Head Department of Chemistry, Professor Anil Mishra ji, on behalf of University of Lucknow and also on my own behalf, to this 30th ISCB International Conference 2025. I studied chemistry till BSc, second year, and I'm asked to chair such a high-level program. Now I call it the challenges of being a Vice Chancellor, because you are supposed to chair a chemistry conference, you are supposed to chair a sociology conference, you are supposed to chair a commerce conference, and you are supposed to, if you don't come, you will be termed as you ran out of it. Now, another challenge is that you have got to establish your relevance. Now, that is probably the biggest one. What we did at the University of Lucknow is, in order to be relevant, not confining ourselves to the conference, but to the discipline, by means of being a contributing institution to the discipline, to the research, to the outcome, and to the society. Because when I today morning received a call from Raj Bhavan, where I was informed that our Honorable Governor is a little unwell, and she also has to travel, so she will not be able to join. I was asked to be there on behalf of her and convey her message. Now, her message that we very strongly pursue in the policies of University of Lucknow, and that is, don't just confine yourself only to the content written on the papers and the books. Take it to the students, but there also don't restrict yourself. Take it to the corporate and to the society. Now I'll share a couple of experiences. When I joined here as Vice Chancellor, after a couple of months, COVID pandemic broke out. And the first casualty was the scarcity of sanitizer. I remember, now sanitizer does not need rocket science to build, right? So I called the then head of Department of Chemistry, and I said, okay, can we prepare our own sanitizer? He said, yes. I said, we worked out on something, and by evening, we got a bottle of sanitizer, and it became such a revolution that many of the national news channels covered this. We all were happy that we played our role. Of course, we could not commercialize it, because since it was not very difficult for us, so it was not very difficult for many. So they all started getting their own thing developed. But this is what the role of an educational institution is, that when society demands something, we use our intellect, we use our wisdom, we use our resources, and we produce something and be relevant to the society. Now the next part was commercialization of the content. Now, in order to be that relevant, we tried to rope in some of the local manufacturers, and we said we'll build it, and you take it from us. We entered into some MOU, and I think Professor Anil Mishra must be taking it forward. Another example is that there is, since many of the delegates are from abroad, so I'm giving a glimpse of, that there is a Government of India body, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, that is entrusted with the responsibility of accrediting higher educational institutions in the country. Our visit for accreditation was due after 7 years. So it was a big thing, and we had prepared ourselves well. But we wanted that there should be a touch of the institution and the wisdom of our faculty and students in our pursuit. And we did not want to use things to buy, like for example, if this is the lamp that we are going to use, can we prepare it, can we get this engineered in engineering faculty? So it was like that, this is how we had prepared ourselves. So again, I met, because many of the departments were preparing something to be given to the experts who are coming from different leading institutions of the country. Department of Chemistry, I believe Professor Anil Mishra was there as head then. So he came and he gave us soap, liquid soap, some hand wash, some other washes, some of the chemical content prepared by his department, and he packaged it very beautifully. So what we did is, we took all those content and we placed it in the hotel also, which was marked as University of Lucknow. So, of course, we were not commercializing it, but then we tried to show the strength of the people who were there in our department, in our university. That it's not that the theory that is being imparted or some composition here, some composition there being mixed and being created. And one paper, and after that another paper, and after that another paper, and with some change of chemical compositions, another paper are coming out. And we are only adding, and those are all adding to our H indexes. It's that we are trying to stay relevant with our creations to address the need of the society. Of course, I was very fascinated when Professor Rawat said, Vice Chancellor of Kumar University, he said that one of his product is at the stage of human trial product. Now this is what is needed, because this will take the other step in making our education relevant to our society. Because we have got that ability of creating something that is relevant for the society and that has the ability to address the needs of the society. But are we able to commercialize it also? Because there is a natural tendency of resorting to the government for resources for running our institutions. There has to have a tendency of being Atmanirbhar, being self-reliant. Now all these pursuits of the very, very able, very, very talented, very, very wise people to come forward, get that converted into something which may not just benefit to the faculty but also to the society and corporate. National Education Policy 2020, which we claim to be the first institution in the country to have implemented, and we say this with all authenticity that it was 29th of July 2020 when this policy was launched by Honorable Prime Minister. We started in our postgraduate program, we changed the entire ordinance of our postgraduate programs in that very, in strict consonance with the provisions of National Education Policy 2020. Now that also emphasizes a lot, not just on expanding the horizon of learning of our students, but making them also be more relevant after they complete their programs, and be more relevant by adding co-curricular programs and vocational courses and several other exposures, internships and mandatory dissertations. So even at undergraduate level, we make provisions for all these mandatory and essential things to make our student more relevant. I hope the outcome, I also take the opportunity to congratulate all the award winners, Professor Dilip Kumar ji, Professor Hiten Patel ji, Dr. Swapnil Sharma from Banasthali, Dr. Sushma, Dr. Hitesh Patel. So my congratulations on behalf of this conference organizing committee. I congratulate you all. And this also acts as a point of motivation for our chemistry department faculty members and also other faculty members, and also chemistry faculty members coming from different institutions from India and abroad, to do well and be recognized. Our Department of Chemistry indeed is one of the finest departments that we have in our university, and probably the one department that has maximum number of students. So close to 2,000 students, Professor Mishra, you have in your department. So it is probably the largest, and so is the case with their teacher numbers also. They are close to 35 faculty members. So, and very talented faculty members with a very high research orientation, teaching inclinations, and also a zeal to contribute to the good of the university and society. So I believe that 2 days deliberation will certainly, 3 days deliberation rather, from 27th to 29th, will indeed give in something that will make chemistry, chemists and biologists stay relevant, even coming out of educational framework, educational infrastructure, educational framework, educational domain, stay relevant for society, corporate and institutions. Thank you very much for coming here, and my sincere wishes for a successful organization of 3 days. Awadh is famous for its delicacy, especially the people who are coming from abroad and from different other parts of the country. It is famous for delicacy, so don't just confine yourself only to sessions. I believe the organizers might have arranged some nice delicacies, some nice places to see to you. Our very a dream project of Ram Mandir, that is also close to 90 minutes away from here. So take the maximum of your stay in the university, in Awadh, in Lucknow. Thank you very much.